Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So got one of them dark dreary days going on here. So 5 after 5, about 14 degrees Celsius, 75% humidity, which is the highest I've seen this thing at. So 6/1, welcome to June. It is Monday, 57.3 degrees. Yeah, I've been working outside, and if you could see the windshield on the Cushman there, it's got rain on it. So I've been just kind of getting wet. Postman just came, so I'm going to show you today's eBay stuff, and obviously my batteries are in charge. And I'll show you what I've been up to with the motor mounts. Just in case you guys ever have to build a cage, motor mounts, however you're going to mount an engine into one of these alternative projects, whether you're putting together a golf cart or some other interesting rig, whenever you're repowering something, it always takes some imagination, and it's always interesting to see how other folks do it, so that maybe you can learn something, or maybe you can take what they did and make it one step better, right? Never hurts to go forward, it only hurts to go backwards. So from the eBay point of view, these were like two $10 packages. So one of them from this place up here, Salem, Oregon, and the second one from Georgia. Now, I think from Georgia, I just picked up another set of mounts for a TRX200SX, and they were cheap. I think they were something like $10 and $6 shipping or something like that for 16 bucks. So I figured for 16 bucks it never hurts to have another set. And the second one was an engine teardown. I think this was 10 bucks and 10 bucks shipping. But the nuts and bolts, not that they really had me dancing for joy, though. For the engine that leaks oil, like pumps it out really, really fast, it didn't have a case bolt. I put a case bolt in. It seemed to work, but I'm not sure I had the right case bolt. So having like case bolt assortment here, that's an exhaust stud, right? But having a case bolt assortment, even the exhaust stud, that never ever hurts. They also threw in a compression release cable, or not a reverse cable. That's probably a reverse cable, which isn't a bad thing. An upper motor mount, not the fronts, but they did include an upper. And an upper, one could fabricate these if they had to, right? This is a little more pesty to fabricate. I mean, obviously you could, but it's a little more work. So it came. This stuff came. It also came with another sprocket. I don't know if you guys have been following these things, because I have a few engines that aren't wearing these. The TRX200SX wears the same sprocket, not that anybody cares, as a bunch of the CBs. The 250. The CB250, CB200. So it wears the same sprocket as that. So if you look at it, I mean, this one's in really nice shape. Normally the sprockets alone, you kind of get the sprocket for like 20 bucks, and then they typically want another 20 bucks for the butterfly. And then you got to come up with your own bolts. And if you're familiar with these bolts, though, this doesn't have them. A lot of the bolts have a shoulder on them. So yeah, this was a nice deal. Just the assorted nuts and bolts always come in handy. Exhaust studs. I mean, these miserable things. I mean, I don't know if it's any good, if the top bolt will come off, but even these miserable things, I think they're like $6-7. So assuming I can make something of that, and I probably can, I could probably grab it right here with vice grips, spin that off, clean up the threads, and then it's all good. Another $6-7. So Harvey's a big fan of the bolt assortment, you know, the tear down bolt assortment. A lot of times what I have is a case that I have all this stuff assorted into, and then when I need something, I don't have to hunt for 3 days looking for it. It's all right in that case. So at least I'm doing something right with my board. Alright, now let me show you how far I kind of got on the motor mounts. I took the Ford in and got the safety thing done today, which was necessary, right? Truck couldn't go out with the gas tank hanging by one strap that was about to break. One is just asking for trouble if you run a truck like that. So it went in, I got it done, I'm happy. They did the work, but I have to tell you, there's a Toyota place near me, local, and there's this Ford place near me, local, and they're just not friendly people. I ended up buying my Toyota about 50 miles from the house, and they were much friendlier, much happier, much more willing to kind of, they just friendlier. The Toyota place locally was kind of like, screw you, you're going to pay what we ask, and by the way, then screw you again. And the Ford place was just not friendly, I guess is the word I'd use. Anyway, for now, I did this, and you're saying, well, for now, forever, what? For now, I did this because what I want to do is get this engine suspended, right? And each time I kind of move the engine around, I get it a little closer to where I need it to be. And my problem is where this gear is lining up, right? You guys could see the output shaft and straight down to the gear. Well, here, let me try that again. Right. That's right where these two seams cross for the keyway. Huge deal? No. I could probably get away with a half a keyway, but annoying, yes. So, so that's as far as I've gotten on the top motor mount. I'm debating what material to use for this. I mean, I just used angle iron, and temporarily I might use angle iron, but I'm thinking I might go back to the unistrut and just have a tab that hangs on here, and then somehow bolt it to the golf cart frame, and that this top piece of unistrut needs to come off so the engine could come out the top. One takes off the seat and the engine comes out the top. I'm not building something that the engine needs to come out the bottom. So those double pieces of squared tubing are about the right width for that, and I'm also looking at how to put a box back here which attaches to the golf cart frame and the subframe and all that. This mount does not have to come apart because with the tilt on it, right, if I'm lifting the engine up, she'll come straight up. The lower mount, right, and you can see the two of them, right? That's the bottom one, and there's the top one. The lower mount, I'm still kind of looking at and scratching my head. So starting to rain. Starting to rain hard actually. So let's get under cover. Yeah, the front mount, I'm still looking at and scratching my head, because that I figure the top mount's probably going to do 20% of the work. Then the front and back mount are going to do 40% each when it comes to strength. So, and right now the way I have it set up, the top mount is going to be pretty sturdy, but the front and back, I'm still having a little trouble picturing how they're going to work. So anyway, that was today's progress. I'm supposed to have a lot of rain, so I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be able to move this forward. If I wasn't so stupid, if I set myself up with a garage situation better, my life would be easier. I want to move this guy once again up to the back patio, cover it with a tarp, and a few of the other things. So I got to clear off that back patio. Got to start moving this stuff along. Okay, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now.